What's up, everybody? It's Johnny, and I'm back today to talk about taxes, unemployment, and the second stimulus check. As always, I'm going to keep this video clear, concise, and easy to follow. I'm breaking today's video down into 3 different parts. First part of the video, I'm going to talk about the July 15th tax date, and I'm going to give you some tips on how to file your taxes. Second, I'm going to give you an update on the $600 unemployment benefit, and the third and final part of the video will be an update on the second stimulus check. Alright guys, so here we go. We're going to dive into it. We're going to talk about the fun topic of taxes, part 1 of the video. Today is July 14th. Tomorrow is July 15th. Tax day is tomorrow. If you have not filed yet, you need to get this done right now. If you're not ready to file your taxes, you need to file a tax extension. If you need to file a tax extension, hit pause on this video right now, open up a new tab, and watch my last video on how to file a tax extension, where I break it down in a very simple and easy to follow way, and it should help you get through the process. If you already filed a tax extension, remember this: filing a tax extension only gives you additional time to file your taxes. It will give you until October 15th. However, if you owe tax with your return, the tax is due tomorrow, July 15th. Many people think that if you file a tax extension, then you have more time to pay your taxes due. No. You will get hit with penalties and interest. This is a very common and big misconception, and I do not want that to happen to you. So remember, if you filed a tax extension, that gives you additional time to file your taxes. But if you owe taxes upon the filing of your tax return, you want to pay that tax by tomorrow. So if your kids, parents, cousins, uncles, friends, aunts have not filed their tax return or have not paid their taxes due, help them out and let them know. Alright, now I want to dive into some tax tips for those of you who are filing your tax return. And listen, if you already filed your tax return, don't skip ahead in the video. Take some notes here because this may help you get your taxes done more efficiently and more effectively next year. Here's 5 tips. Tip number 1, be organized, okay? Grab a folder, write tax detail on it, and as you get tax information in the mail, put it in the folder. Keep that folder in a safe place and do not lose it. Tip number 2, know the deadlines. This year is unique and the tax deadline is July 15th. Typically, personal taxes are due by mid-April, usually April 15th. If you have to pay estimates, know the estimate due dates. Be prepared to pay all necessary taxes and have your money ready to go. You do not want to be penalized for any late payments. Tip number 3, claim all tax deductions. Did you pay out-of-pocket medical costs? Did you make some charitable contributions? Did you contribute to retirement? Maybe you contributed to a 529 plan? No deductions that qualify for you, and do not miss out on a tax deduction that may help you save money in taxes. Tip number 4, claim all of your income. Make sure you don't miss anything. This is very possible if you work as a freelancer or an independent contractor, or if you work multiple jobs. Look back on old bank statements if you need to. The IRS will not miss it. And there is nothing worse than getting a tax notice after missing something and having to pay tax on it, plus penalties and interest. Tip number 5, double check. As an accountant, I double and triple check everything. It's a problem. Read over your return carefully before completing it. If you have any questions, get answers. Do not submit your return unless you are sure and you've reviewed it. Alright guys, that was good. Got our tax part done. So now we're going to move on to part 2 of the video. We're going to talk about what's going on in this world and what's going on with the $600 unemployment benefit. As many of you know, the $600 unemployment end date is ending later this month. The only step that has been taken towards extending this date was in the proposed HEROES Act, which in the proposal of the HEROES Act is to extend the $600 unemployment benefit to January of 2021. The HEROES Act has passed the House, but has not yet passed the Senate. And it seems very unlikely that this specific proposal will pass the Senate. We won't know for sure until the Senate returns from their current recess on July 20th. Why is this taking so long? Well, at this time, there are two major arguments to this issue. Okay, so let's break it down. One side of the argument argues that the $600 weekly benefit reduces the incentive to go back to work. It has been reported from a research paper by the National Bureau of Economic Research that 2/3 of laid-off workers are eligible for benefits that exceed their wages. And for about 20%, the benefit may be as high as twice as much as their normal salary. The argument to this is how actively will someone look for work if that person is making more from the unemployment benefits than normally working. One possible proposed resolution to this side of the argument is a return-to-work bonus. Notable proposals for a return-to-work bonus include a proposal to give $450 to laid-off workers who went back to work, and another proposal out there of two $600 weekly back-to-work bonus payments. At this time, these are only proposals, but it will be interesting to see if some back-to-work bonus is included in the next stimulus package. Okay, so that was one side of the argument. Here's the other side of the argument. The other side of the argument is that the $600 is critical for those in need and actually helps stimulate the economy as it leads to increased spending. It has been reported that coronavirus cases are rising, and if the economy and country shuts back down, many will be in need of the additional money to pay bills and survive. It has been reported that Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin mentioned the possibility of replacing the current $600 benefit with another similar benefit that would be maximized at 100% of a worker's normal or usual salary. So where are we at? The hope right now is that when Congress returns from recess, the Senate gets together and they make a decision as soon as possible on this unemployment issue. Everyone needs to know what is going on so that they can plan accordingly. Again, the recess ends on July 20th. Alright guys, at this point we've done part 1 of the video, review of the July 15th tax date and some tax tips for you. Number 2 of the video, we reviewed an update on the $600 unemployment benefit, and now we are on to the third and final part. We're going to do an update on the second stimulus check. I'm not going to waste any of your time. Here is a simple breakdown on the second stimulus check. First, will a second stimulus check be passed? I do not know, and nobody knows for sure at this time. But it does seem likely. The president has been reported as supporting a second stimulus check. Next, how much will the check be? Again, I do not know, and there's nobody right now that currently knows. But it appears that there will be an income limitation on eligibility, as Mitch McConnell has reported to suggest that those earning less than $40,000 would qualify for the next stimulus check. Okay, so what does this mean? This means that it is likely that if a second stimulus check is passed, that less people would qualify for a second stimulus check because there may be stricter eligibility requirements. But time will tell. And finally, when is this all going down? When will we know? When will a decision be made? Well, I'm like you guys, I hope it's made as soon as possible. At this time, timing is critical, as the $600 unemployment benefit is ending and the coronavirus is still impacting the economy. Hopefully, when Congress returns from their recess on July 20th, they prioritize the issue of unemployment and the stimulus check issue so something can get passed very quickly and effectively. Again, I want to thank you all so much for your support. Everyone that has clicked that subscribe button, I appreciate it so much. If you liked the video and you want clear, concise, and easy to follow videos, please click that subscribe button right now. Click that button right now. You won't regret it. Okay, so as soon as we get updates on some of these questions that I presented in this video and some more important information becomes available, you can expect that I will be back with an update. Stay healthy, stay sane, and I cannot wait to see you all soon.